All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Bojack Horseman, Season 1, Episode 3. Bojack, you are on the road to recovery, eventually, maybe sort of at some point in the distant future.
Right. At some point, like, way down the line. But yeah, for now, getting Ghost Rider, having a path towards getting at least a lot of your trauma, your past kind of issues and stuff out on the page.
Yeah.
'Cause
that's not necessarily normal, or maybe it is, but you know, in a very fucked up kind of way.
Yeah. In a slightly depressing, but albeit better than you had before kind of way. This is something that you can actually make progress on because you're delegating this task to somebody else. In your narcissism and in your self-obsession, it doesn't mean that you have to do everything.
Right.
Now, obviously, you need to work on yourself.
Yeah.
But this might be a moment of, or a period of self-reflection that you can kickstart that.
Exactly.
Now, all that being said, are we a little bit too ambitious in our hopes for this guy already just because he showed a little bit of self-awareness in the previous episode? Kinda.
Success is not a linear line,
Exactly.
We had a little uptick, and now we're gonna have a whole bunch of
and this is a show with quite a few seasons in it, so we're in for the long haul, we're in for the journey, and we're in for the ups and the downs.
Right.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Who wants chocolate chip pancakes?
I do.
Didn't you already eat your pancakes?
As Oliver North would say, I do not recall.
Why aren't you dressed for school, Prickly-Muffin?
I'm scared. Olivia told me sometimes
It
at school they have pop quizzes.
Yeah.
I don't want a pop.
And her design is even like Mabel.
Boom in the shot. What? I'll be in my trailer. No, I'm just horsing around. You folks enjoying the show? The most important thing is you gotta give the people what they want, even if it kills you, even if it empties you out until there's nothing left to empty. No matter what happens, no matter how much it hurts, you don't stop dancing and you don't stop smiling, and you give those people what they want.
Dance, monkey, dance.
You might remember her as adorable.
Oh,
Serena
God.
horsing around.
Oh,
But on her
no.
new dance pop album, Sarah Lynn wants you to know that she is hot to trot.
Why don't you touch my prickly muffin?
What is the message behind your music?
America needs to know that I'm not that little girl anymore. I'm a grown-up, sophisticated woman now, and I have sex, and I do sexy things. And since I'm sexy right now, they like me.
Are you at all worried that audiences will grow bored and abandon you for the next sexy thing?
Are you kidding? I'm Sarah freaking Lynn. I'm gonna be sexy forever!
Oh.
Pop star and child actress Sarah Lynn celebrates her 30th
Fuck.
birthday.
Wow, everything in this store is made out of old train tracks and a reclaimed pier.
Oh, great. For 10 grand, I can sleep like a hobo.
Do we need letter openers made out of Confederate bayonets? It says they're stained with authentic Yankee blood.
Hi, Sarah Lynn. Hi.
Bojack? Hey, Andrew, this is Bojack, my TV dad.
Oh no, don't sleep with her. Please don't sleep with her.
Sarah Lynn, I actually wanted to talk
Oh, yep.
No.
to you. You were the biggest star in the world.
What is this? What is this? Yes!
I don't even know what you are anymore.
Are you breaking up with me?
Yes, let's call out Andrew Garfield for the hypocrite that he is.
Are those candy pills? Because if so, that is a lot of sugar.
Why are you doing this to me? Do you like seeing me suffer? Because you know I'll plead for you.
Whoa.
Hey, everyone! Who wants to see me take a dump on that sofa?
And then she took a dump on a sofa.
Look, Bojack, I appreciate what you were trying to do, but I don't need rehab.
Oh, shit.
Good as new, huh?
Oh, great. Well, that's a relief. Should you be taking all those pills?
It's deoxytriaxylphenobarbital. I got it from a doctor.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Oh, goddamn.
Are you supposed to be snorting it like that?
Ugh! What are you, the paramedic who restarted my heart at Adam Levine's Halloween party?
No.
Oh, God.
Chocolate chip
Nice.
Oh.
What's going on in here?
Thanks for letting me crash here, Bojack.
The guest room is yours as long as you want.
You
Wait.
have a guest room? Why have you been sleeping on the couch for 5 years?
You get the guest room when you've earned the guest room.
These pancakes are so good. All Andrew ever wanted to eat was stupid lasagna.
That somebody was you, right?
I don't have to answer your questions. What are you? The cop that pulled me over after Adam Levine's Halloween?
Yeah, that's perfect. I knew the joke was coming too, and it was amazing.
Just tell my friends to come here.
Muffin, I've got to work on my book today, and I can't have a bunch of folks over making a lot of noise.
Oh, I see. I'm a burden to you.
God.
No, sweetheart.
Can I invite a friend?
No.
You let that plastic case into your house?
Yeah.
That girl is a PR hurricane that you don't need right now. You say Sarah Lynn doesn't have an agent? Laura, hold my calls. Cancel everything.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Catch baby.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa,
Wait.
Hey.
Are they all sheep?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh my God.
Hi. What it is? Banana bread?
I'm not looking for a new agent right now.
Damn!
Holy shit.
I'm looking for a new client. Slow your roll, Speed Racer. We're just two single ladies having a no-pressure rap sesh.
I didn't realize you were so into house music.
Look, I asked her to turn it down, but apparently this volume was prescribed by Doctor Who to treat something called uptight dickhead disease. What do you think about Sarah Lynn?
Oh God.
I don't really think about her all that much. Well, what was your relationship like with her when you were working on the show?
It was very good, very professional.
Bojack, where did you go to college? I want to be an architect.
Sweetheart.
Magazine,
Mommy didn't do what Mommy
parenting.
did to that Star Search producer
Oh my
so that you
gosh.
could be an architect.
Bojack, what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. I'll probably just go to the amusement park, maybe the circus, fly a kite on the beach, watch Then I'll head back to my place to watch any number of Disney princess movies while eating ice cream straight from the tub.
Whoa, that sounds like so much fun.
Do you think it's possible that you inviting Sarah Lynn into your house now is your way of compensating for not
No,
really being...
Diane, I'm just helping out a friend. I'm not trying to play out some weird sick dad fantasy or
That's not what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
There we go.
Yeah.
Retroactively fix my own childhood by recreating someone else's.
Oh damn it! Then he's doing all three of these things. Yep. Oh fuck! No!
Oh God.
The Sarah Lynn thing is getting out of control, okay? She's taking advantage of you.
Yep.
What? No, she's not. We have a special relationship. You couldn't possibly understand.
Oh my God, look at what she's done to your house. All right, look, I mean, I stepped on a needle earlier. I think I'm addicted to heroin now. So now that's probably gonna be a whole thing.
I have to say, I agree with Todd.
You know, Sarah Lynn, I got a feeling everything's gonna be okay.
Hey, did you hear Kazaz got cancer?
Well,
Who's
that's
that?
horrible. Why would you tell me that now?
I don't know. The sun setting over those two hills made me think of a big ass, and that made me think of ass cancer, and that made me think of Herb Kazaz's ass cancer. You really didn't know? Is this your TV Guide Award?
It's the most prestigious award I ever won. I always thought if I ever had kids of my own, I'd give it to them one day. I want you to have it.
Oh, wow. Bojack, thanks. You're sweet.
Who said? Good dog. Arf.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, okay, we're done.
Damn. Oh yeah, now they're listening to Sextina
Yeah.
Aquafina. Yeah.
Did you get rid of your old TV Guide Award?
Oh.
This pawn shop on La Cienega was selling one with your name on it.
What? Wait. why would
Yes.
I pawn shop?
Oh, I just have a guy there who calls me whenever TV awards come in, so I can buy them. I put myself.
Okay, party's over. Everybody out. Not you. You are in big trouble, young lady. I can't believe you pawned my award.
Oh, now that's too far. Everything else,
Yeah. Right.
I know what you're going through right now.
no.
Oh,
Don't
you
say
know
that.
what I'm
Don't say
going
that.
through. Why? Because you were on some dumb kid show a million years ago?
Hey, now.
I had my own fashion line when I was 10. By 20, I was packing stadiums.
This is Miley Cyrus. Yeah.
In order to be a has-been, you have to have actually, been.
You are way out of line.
You're not my dad.
I'm not your dad, and you're not my child.
Yeah.
We're just a man and a lady living in a house together, and we're both adults, and we're both a little drunk.
Oh God. Ah, no! Fuck!
Yeah, you are bad. Very bad.
You want me to put it out with my boob?
What?
Your boob is a very impractical way to put out a fire.
Guys, what are you doing? Please don't do this. No. Why are you? This is a.
Oh God!
I'm in it now. Oh God, no! I'm a part of it. I still regained the feeling in my fingers. That was the longest 2 minutes of my life.
I think it was a little longer than 2 minutes.
How do you not get that this is
Even Todd is telling you this. This is Todd talking here.
I'm done being the voice of reason. It's exhausting. I gotta take an angry nap.
An angry nap.
I know. She's taking advantage of me.
Actually, it kind of feels like you're the one taking advantage of her.
You won't set boundaries.
Yeah.
Because you are trying to.
Makes you want me more.
Go stand on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Sarah Lynn, get your coat. I'm taking you to rehab.
Nah, I'm just gonna keep hanging out here if that's all right.
No, it's not all right.
But I thought you were always gonna be there for me, like you said.
I will always be there for you.
10 seconds.
These pages are shit. You understand? Shit. I want to wipe my ass with these pages. It would defeat the whole purpose of wiping my ass.
Phone for you.
Uh-huh. You get me points in the back end? Well, I told you I'm not going to do it unless I get points. Sarah Lynn, this is for your own good.
Okie doke. I guess I'll just move out and find one of the billion people who will let me party at their house.
Well, you should not do that.
Oh, I know. Hey, you guys want to hear my new catchphrase? Suck a dick, dumb shits.
I heard.
Laura, the dummy took the bait. Now for face.
Wait. No way.
This is what our celebrity culture does to people.
So, what you're saying is, everything is society.
No.
As individuals never need to take responsibility for anything.
No, not exactly.
I didn't do anything wrong because I can't do anything wrong. Because we're all just products of our environment, bouncing around like marbles in the game of Hungry Hungry Hippos that is our random and cruel universe.
Dude, just let him have this.
Hooray! Everything is meaningless! Nothing I do has consequence!
Oh my God.
So what'd you get? Anything good?
Oh, I got everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh shit.
The way they fly.
Holy shit.
All right, cool. We got ourselves our first connection back to the old TV show.
Yep.
And
it's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. The pain.
Yeah.
The anguish, the cringe is so much.
You know, everywhere that it's going and everything that it's commenting on.
Yep.
And
yeah, there we go.
And yet, there it goes.
Yeah, we're on episode 3, and we're already...
might be leading into an episode 4 with this story.
And that's true. We got our own potential mini arc. Or this is just a couple things that they're setting up for future plot lines. One of my favorite things that they did this episode was basically just throw everything that Bojack is kind of already doing in a more younger person's form.
Give him a look in the mirror.
Yeah, and then just be like, slap that in your face and be like, this is what your future is like if you continue on this path. It's literally like he was visited by the ghost of Christmas past or Christmas future.
Right,
and
because her example is way more extreme because she was even more lost in the sauce of showbiz than he was.
Right. And had a way more abuse, I would say, that was done to her because of her age.
Right, it was done during her formative years.
Right, and then she got more popular than Bojack because of her
because she listened to your advice.
Yeah, exactly. She played to her fans, basically. And even though it was dysfunctional as fuck, we had a really cool, funny moment where Diane ended up talking about how her work was actually this brilliant satire of that industry in that time, which is that's probably what people tell themselves about it.
Right, the best way to look at it.
The best way to look at it, because it's okay, sure, probably, but also, dude, do you realize what was happening?
Is that just the most positive spin you can
exactly.
put on this bad
that was
thing?
the spin that she was going down the hill with, and it's everyone saw the work as being incredible, but it's the person that was sacrificed along the way,
right?
And this is who she is, and And there's nothing really Bojack can do. You're not her dad. You can't make her go to rehab. You also don't have a real relationship with her in the like trust sense. So pretty much everything that was exchanged between the two of them was fake as fuck. Especially coming from like the idea that he thought he was basically being like a good friend to her in some ways, because there was a part of me that was wondering, are they trying to play the thing of he's actually using her? And
I mean, he totally is.
Well, right. But then they literally called it out in the episode of, is she using you or are you actually using her? And then she talks about the way in which he might feel guilty regarding the childhood stuff. And I'm thinking, oh, that is good. But then he immediately, his first thing is, I'm not playing out some child fantasy thing.
Three different layers of it.
But that was the first thing he mentioned.
Yeah.
Because his issue is that he doesn't hear himself. So he'll say the thing that's actually true first, but he doesn't recognize what's going on. So the fact that that was the first thing said means that, no, he was absolutely using her. And this was all for his own sick just enjoyment. And then even though she's using him, she's not a product of her environment. She's not just as a total victim of this patriarchal society. But we very much saw that he was a representation of that in the TV show portion. That's why we started the episode with that.
Yeah, right.
That he absolutely did fuck her up in the head.
He in the same way that in the previous episode we got all the things that his dad did. That he was like, just normal stuff, right?
Right.
All the stuff that Bojack did, she was probably like, normal stuff, you know? Right? Which I guess is probably easier to dismiss maybe because in that situation it was the context of like, oh, they're in a working coworker dynamic, you know, right? Even though she was trying to get something maybe more from that because, you know, maybe she had issues at home or something like that or whatever.
Maybe it's just a strong male figure in her life who she does actually look up to because she's like, you're actually pretty good at what you do.
But when I could see it being harder to have the separation of the acting side of things. And given that she probably spent more time with him than her actual dad, right? Then it's like, you're kind of my dad. Like you're the closest thing I have to a dad, you know. But it's
really cool that they're bringing this up with regards to what happens to child actors in Hollywood, because there is a lot of really gross shit that you could get into, but we don't even really have to get into it that far. Pretty much everybody, I'd say nowadays,
just knows that that's a thing.
Well, they have some person that they can think of where they're like, I watched that happen.
Sure.
I grew up with a young boy or a young girl, and I watched them go through that.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with a Miley Cyrus, basically. Miley Cyrus, I think, is almost the exact same age as me. And she went through that whole process as well.
For me, it was Amanda Bynes, because I remember watching a lot of her movies, you know, like
the Disney stuff.
Well, because I think she was also Disney Channel originally.
Oh, she totally was.
But then it went into like the independent, you know, films and all that stuff, and it's like, you know, good movies and stuff. And then all of a sudden, you just hear about her in the news of just like, no, she just eventually snapped, you know, and it just went bad. Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, all right, well, that's a thing. And then you see the people that are like older that were child actors at one point, and you can see the signs of like the yes, they survived that whole
somehow
thing, you know, or put themselves back together afterwards, right?
I really feel like we're in a new wave of this right now with young influencers, where we have people that are growing up with the internet and clout being like a thing that they actually chase from age 11.
And they can do it from anywhere. They don't have to be in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, not only can they do it from anywhere, they can do it entirely alone. And they're actually almost benefited from doing it that way.
Right.
There's an element of freedom and the idea that you're always on. And I've seen people that don't even start this when they're 11, when they're like ridiculously young, but starting this when they're like 17, you know. And now, you know, we're in that like we're in the second decade, or I'd say, we're past the second decade of influencer media. And that means we're hitting that point where people are then entering their 30s and 40s as the kind of the older generation of influencers and stuff.
Sure.
And a lot of them are talking about their stories of going through that process and what that's like if they didn't set good boundaries.
Yeah.
Or they didn't have people to look up to that they could basically reference back to being like, how do you navigate this world and stuff? And it's been fun for me kind of looking to specific people who are like, oh, they've been doing this for 15 years, and it's the how do you handle mental health stuff and things like that.
Right.
Because it's nowhere close to anything serious as what it is for Hollywood child actors and stuff like that.
That's a whole
other ball game, but it's just fascinating to think about. But yeah. Good fun way to do a focused point of reference to where Bojack is by drawing a connection to somebody else that comes into his life that he can then feel a little bit maybe better than, because he's like, well, at least I'm not them or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if that was really what his intent was, but I think like that's what I kind of draw from it.
What I would draw from it is that it's I know that my own life is fucked up. So if I feel like I'm helping someone else, right, then I feel better about myself. Right? It's not necessarily about putting them out as they're doing worse. Well, but it's the if I am able to be that place of security and sanity, basically, then I must have my own shit figured out.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of drawing the connection is that you can't help somebody that's doing
exactly
better
what you're
than
doing.
you. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Gotcha.
He's helping them because, they're doing worse than him in a lot of ways. Like, they need my help,
Well, and a lot of the struggles that they're going through are the exact same struggles that he's going through. So
except he doesn't maybe acknowledge them even as struggles.
Well, right, but that's why he's a terrible person to actually try and help them, right? Yeah. But because he's able to at least recognize, even if it's just subconsciously, that it's the same struggles that he goes through, then if he is then coming into that relationship from the position of faux strength of like, yes, I'll be able to help you out with all this shit because I have that figured out, then, that's a way of basically telling himself that all those things that I know I need to work on and that are, that are big problems in my life, no, they actually aren't.
Right. I love also that Todd is the voice of reason here, but if you think about it, there's something kind of fucked up about the fact that Todd speaks up so hard about this because it's more that they're inconveniencing him, not that they're actually so bad for Bojack.
Right.
It's the idea that because
you had a guest room this whole time?
Yeah, exactly. There's all these little things in which he's realizing that Bojack is putting himself out there a lot more for her because he does care about her more than you, Todd.
Right.
But the idea that Todd is also in some ways taking advantage of the Bojack enabler behavior. The Bojack kind of lets...
I'll be Bojack's only friend, and then he'll let me stay here.
Right. Oh, someone else is coming in, and they're taking advantage of him even more?
Right,
how dare
they're
you?
Competition.
Well, we're right. It's the same thing what Carolyn did.
Oh, yeah.
And that she realized, oh, shoot, there's a whale here. I smell blood in the water. I'm going to stir some shit in this drink here, and maybe get what I want out of this.
I got to say, that was, from a comedic standpoint, that was the perfect reversal on a
pattern of jokes that
we got in the episode, right? Where it's we're definitely digging this groove in deep, and then all of a sudden, nope, psych, it's this other thing that that was brilliant. I absolutely loved it.
I'm actually going to get Andrew Garfield out of this mess was one of the best plot twists I've seen in a single episode of television ever. That was so good,
and it so helps to sell the ruthlessness of
Carolyn.
Well, not just Carolyn, but show business, right? Yeah. Because you think she's doing the ruthless, like, all right, well, always on agent, right? Yeah. Like she's gonna try and pick what's her face up, But no, she's going at something much worse, and it's the kind of thing where she's actively going to be trying to capitalize on someone else's ruined life,
right?
To then ruin another person's life, Andrew Garfield and his agent, basically, right? To then be the solution for the ruined life and the problem that she creates.
Which is great, because you could even think about it that maybe the other agent always wanted to have the girl as her thing there, and she tried to force Andrew Garfield for PR reasons to date her. If you want to think really good about
sure.
it.
They definitely
doesn't even really feel like it was a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, it was very much just a yes.
We did it for the fame,
for the power couple thing, and all that stuff. Yeah, and then it's you're kind of a nobody now. Yeah. You're washed up. So
There's this Family Guy element to the fact that they're using real actors and celebrities at parts in this show that makes me wonder a little bit whether back at this point they were trying to actually do some mild digging at some actors and celebrities who were actually really hypocritical and stuff like that, because
Andrew Garfield felt like a specific one.
Well, Andrew Garfield more specifically, I've come to realize is not a good person.
Well, yeah, it's it's that whole thing of like, yes, celebrities and famous people. It's like, well, they seem like great people, or do they seem like they have a really good PR agent?
Right. And to make a point, an example of that, I would say that from the very, very many examples, Keanu Reeves is an example of a great person who is also a Hollywood actor.
Right. Yeah.
That is not a good PR team.
No.
That is a decade
it's just everybody
and a half
knows that
of like really good little things done over and over and over and over and over again.
If it somehow came out that Keanu Reeves wasn't actually a good person after all this time, people would be it would be like their whole world would shatter.
Right, and it wouldn't have to be that he like fell off into some dark thing, but like he'd always been that way. Right, exactly.
Yeah, but because it's incomprehensible.
Right. But yes, there are a lot of actors and actresses that just have really good agents and PR teams and people surrounding them, and they're actually monsters and stuff who abuse their power.
They're playing the game of fame and money.
Exactly. But holy shit, the amount of cringe when we were seeing him be the Bojack TV show character, back then in the flashbacks.
Right. The way she coughed after every puff of the cigarette, and then eventually him being like, come on, that's very rude, And she's just like the happy little kid that doesn't know, and it's just like, oh, okay, I'm learning from all these adults, right?
Mm-hmm. I love how much foreshadowing was in this episode, even though it was, very obvious because of the way they're setting up everything in such an extreme way. But the way in which we set up that, yes, they're going to sleep together. Yep. Yes, she's going to end up basically destroying his life. And yes, she is also kind of doing things that will lead to the same issues that he's got, going on here. I very much like the way in which these early episodes feel like they are... they're setting up the kinds of things that will be Bojack's problems down the line, because we've just been introduced to him as a character. We in some ways are getting a more nuanced look at his patterns,
right?
Because we end up adding in these...
We're getting it from different angles.
We're getting it from different angles as we introduce these other characters that come in and kind of hard focus on specific things. So yeah. And then, of course, just Diane was phenomenal.
Diane was awesome.
And she's just like, this is quite a bit.
I really want to see the progress being made on the book. Like, maybe that's just the writer in me, I
think that is the writer in you, dude.
Yeah, where it's just like...
The sad reality is that we're going to finish this show, and this book will never be finished.
Yeah, I think it will be, because I think Diane will be able to get the job done. And then it's just by proxy and seeing all of the things that she then experiences and witnesses about Bojack's life, we'll have a fairly good idea of what kind of book it is. But
sure, it'll take a few seasons or something.
Exactly. She's getting a lot of material.
She's getting a lot of material. Yeah, that's true.
But
she's good. She's good at what she does. Yeah.
Exactly right. She's not a hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also like that when they actually might have started talking about some deep stuff for a second, Bojack was trying to check out so fast when talking about that stuff.
Oh, yes.
But, and also pretending like, oh, yeah, I'm worried about that too. But then, like very quickly as they're getting to, he's just like, this is too much. Don't want to think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, God. But, all right.
Wonderful episode.
Wonderful episode.
These characters are disasters. Holy shit.
Setting up some things for later. Also, poor Todd, he's going to be addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
Anytime this show kind of drops a little thing like that where it's like, this is going to happen, I'm like, take mental note.
I feel like this show for
all of the butt cancer.
right, exactly. For all of the standaloneness of the different episodes, I feel like there's a gold mine of continuity that is happening here. And so all the little details of, of things.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Bojack still hate the army, right? Like that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
But
there's so many little things that for shows like this where you can tell it's an animated show made with a lot of love and there's things always going on in the background. That's the kind of show that if it goes for a long enough period of time, they're going to have insane continuity stuff.
Yep.
And we're ready for that. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about the show, about animated shows in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Royal Let's Play on Twitch right now. But yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.